It's let's keep it real with Am. Let's go. Real talk, raw facts. We don't move slow. She cut through the drama like a blade to the noise. Southern Belle with the truth. Don't play with the voice. Ay, let's keep it real with Am. Let's go. Real talk, raw facts. We don't move slow. She cut through the drama like a blade to the noise. Southern Belle with the truth. Don't play with the voice. We talk fake friends, side dudes, heartbreak too. Baby mamas, baby daddies, nothing off the menu. She ain't scared to speak it, now she built for the flame. Say your name without say your name, if it's smoke, it's the same. Energy loud, teeth stay hot. Truth hit different when it land on the spot. So fix your face, don't flinch, don't scam. It's the queen of real talk, yeah, that's Am. Let's keep it real with Am. Let's go. Real talk, raw facts, we don't move slow. She cut through the drama like a blade to the noise. Southern Belle with the truth, don't play with the voice. Ay, let's keep it real with Am. Let's go. Real talk, raw facts, we don't move slow. She cut through the drama like a blade to the noise. Southern Belle with the truth, don't play with the voice.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's been a couple of days. What's up, y'all? Let me go ahead and read my disclaimer. It says copyright disclaimer under the section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Hey, Candy, what's up, girl? What's up, David? What's up, Kiara? What's up, Chosen? What's up, Spicy? What's up, y'all? Hey. I ain't gonna be on here like too long because I gotta go to my nephew baby shower or whatever. So I'm not gonna be on here too long, but we gonna talk. Baby. Hold on, let me do some. What's up, Ramona? I miss you, boo. You still with me? Because I'm losing a lot of y'all, and the ones that I rock with, but I don't know. I'm losing a lot of y'all, and it's all good. You win some, you lose some, you know? Hold on, y'all. If you in this chat, I guess you support Holly. I need everybody to put hashtag keep Holly free. Let's hashtag keep Holly free. I don't care how nobody feel. And I don't. Because we are entitled to our opinions just like they're entitled to theirs. So I'm just, y'all, they can cut it out with the folks is sick and this and that and the third. No, it ain't even about that. What's up, strawberry cake? What's up, strawberry shortcake? What's up, D-Ham? What's up, Candace? Thank you, boo. Hey, Robin. I'm always with you. I'm not finding nowhere. Just be off and catching on. Okay, love you, and love you too, boo. I read that fast. Yes, y'all. Hashtag keep Holly free. Hashtag Holly's lives matter too. Hashtag this shit. Okay, let's hashtag because I'm so tired of hearing. You know, she didn't use self-defense. She didn't. No, she said they said it wasn't self-defense. Then what the hell was it if it was not self-defense? What's up, Sparkle? Yes, keep Holly free. Holly is a hero. You better say it. What is the difference from? Tell me this, y'all. What is the difference from when a woman is going through a domestic dispute with her husband or boyfriend, and he come and charge at her like he gonna hit her or fight her or whatever, and she get the gun and pow pow. What's up, D-Ham? What's the difference, y'all? What's the difference? I got you, Ramona. What's the difference? Somebody tell me what the difference is. It's no difference. So that for them to keep saying that Holly, it wasn't self-defense, it was self-defense. Okay. She said, do your content unapologetically. You have the right to your opinion, and we have the right to support it. Thank you so much, Shamice. I appreciate that because I have lost. My channel has definitely took a hit since I jumped on this case. Hey, gosh, Child D. I miss you. Exactly. So my channel has taken a hit. I have lost some subscribers, and that's perfectly fine with me because my opinion matters just like theirs. If I feel the point of the matter is I get that this woman is deceased, and that's the sad part of it all, but we just can't keep we can't keep with these delusions, okay? We cannot keep with these delusions. Now, what I did not I'm gonna let y'all listen to something, and I just want y'all to hear this too, because this is funny. This is too funny to me. I wish I could get it on a track and just hold on. Let's see. Listen to this, y'all.
The incident was captured on video by police POD camera. So it is a camera, y'all. The police, check this out, screenshot it. Y'all can read better. I can't see it. So it's fine as hell. If y'all really want me to read, I got it close here. But it's fine as hell from right here, right? Type shit. However, it is a POD camera. It's confirmed, y'all. The motherfucking camera worked. It's confirmed, right? What's also confirmed is they had a dispute first, right? This all the autopsy work. Well, listen, the incident was captured on video by police POD camera.
Okay, first things first, let's address this. The incident was captured on a video. So many said there wasn't no video. Who all remember that? What's up, Danny Boo? Who all remember that? Remember they said it was not a video? Y'all remember that? But they got amnesia. They like, oh, we didn't say it wasn't a video. They called Q a liar. Well, when is somebody gonna call Keys a liar? When is somebody gonna do that? I'm like Tammy. They owe Q an apology because they straight up lied on him. Okay? They straight up lied on him. And I haven't been the same since our homecoming tragedy at our school. 10 out of 10. Oh, it also happened at Rolling Fork. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even know about that. I'm sorry. It's definitely a video. Q said that from the beginning, and he was called a liar. He was crucified. Let me tell y'all something. I seen how Q was being crucified on different panels, from panel to panel to panel. But they would ask him questions. They would not let Q talk. They would not let him say, when he would say something, they cut off. Oh, you're a liar. I watched him be crucified from panel to panel. And I said, I'm going to let him come on my channel, and I'm going to let him be able to talk so we can hear what he got to say. And that's what I did. And he said it was a video. David said it was a video. So it was definitely a video. And I don't care how, they want to slice it and say, oh, we didn't say that. Everybody was saying that there wasn't a video and Q was lying. And if y'all really want to know, the reason why Holly is right now free is because that video. The video is why Holly is free. See? The video is why it is very consistent. The video is why Holly is free, y'all. I did too. What's up, Mika? She said, you wasn't the only one. It was a whole bunch of people calling Q a liar. You wasn't the only one. But he ain't lying. It's a video. He wasn't lying about that. It is a video. See, David said he believed that too. I believe that video was in defense. It backed up. Let me tell y'all something. That video backed up. Hey, Freddie. That video backed up what Holly had already said. Now, I heard Key say yesterday, she never even yelled self-defense. She just yelled, I got my CCL. She never even yelled self-defense. But do y'all know why she yelled, I got my CCL? Because the witness, the Mexican lady, kept saying, she has a gun, she put it in the car, she has a gun, she put it in the car, she put it in the car. She turned around and said, I have my CCL. That's why she said it. But why does it matter if she says self-defense or not self-defense? Why does, if she says self-defense or not, why does it matter? Because y'all say it wasn't self-defense, no way. Y'all say it wasn't self-defense, no way. So why does it matter? That video also determined which witness is lying and who is telling the truth. You better say it. You better say it, Lupac. Hey. You better say it. Thank goodness for that video, because Holly couldn't very well be standing on trial for murder. Exactly. She was on a Morris panel arguing with Q. Who was? Who was on a Morris panel arguing with Q? That Mexican lady account doesn't line up with the video. And there you go. You see that, Lupac? You see it? There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. I knew it. I knew it didn't align, but that's all they keep going by. Y'all, the delusion that these people is in is very much crazy. Okay. I've heard some of, man, these people, they say these people is saying the craziest stuff just to make Holly look bad and make Ramika look good, or I don't know what the case may be, but I really do feel like the way I hear Keys talk about this case, y'all, it's like he is determined to try to make Holly get locked up, right? But what if that was them and their family members? And bro, I was saying that Ramika auntie was on a Moore panel arguing with Q and slipped up and said she saw the video, unless she was just, girl, I know you lying. When did she say that? I know you lying. When? Her cousin was out here saying that she was lying and she didn't show up until after the shooting occurred. Yeah, that person, well, I don't believe that was her cousin though, but yeah, she was in the chat. That whoever that was in the chat saying that. Q said last night that Carlos' car was broken in 2 years ago, and they found who did it because the camera's right there. So Q knew where Q knew there was a video. For the life of me, y'all. Oh, when she first did it, okay. For the life of me, y'all, I don't understand. And y'all, this ain't dragging the deceased at all. I'm for the right. I'm for the truth. So if you ain't here for the truth, put a 1. If you ain't here for the truth, matter of fact, hashtag Holly is free, or put a 1 in there, because this is my thing with it. If y'all saying that it's not self-defense, it wasn't self-defense, I just wanted, are y'all saying that she could have just walked away, or she could have did this? What is the purpose of having your CCLs and having a gun to protect you if you just gonna walk away when you come into danger? When you come to fear in your life, you just gonna walk away and hope that nothing happened? You gonna hope that nothing happened? That don't make no sense. Okay, I see y'all. I see y'all. Like I said, my channel done took a hit. Oh, hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all something. Let me, for the ones that's, hold on. I created a group. It's called Keep Holly Free. For the ones that do not know of the group, I'm gonna put the link in here for y'all, so y'all can go ahead and join. It's called Keep Holly Free. Okay, let's see. Can one of my moderators pin that? That's my group. It's called Keep Parley Free. And yeah, it's a girl. If it's that true, the truth, it's not dragging. And folks bringing up Ramika's antics because the internet was trying to make Holly look like a monster. And if this case would have went to trial, exactly. Yeah, girl, you better say it. F emotions. You better say it. That's right, girl. None of ours really matter for us to be getting mad at each other because at the end of the day, this is not our family, right? And it's not us. Because I could assure you that if it was your family and she had to protect, or that person had to protect themselves, it'll be a different thing. Thank you, Strawberry Shortcake. It'll be a different thing. You know what I'm saying? But because it's not them, I just keep hearing it's disgusting. It's this, it's that. But what's disgusting is sitting over there hearing Keys make up lies and his speculation. Then he get caught up in lies. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Like, come on now. What's up? That's what's disgusting to me. If you really want to know, that's what's disgusting to me. But you know, whatever. Thank you, Candy, for my first super sticker. I appreciate it, boo. So, okay, y'all. So, y'all remember when, first of all, I want to show y'all this. Damn. Okay, here it is. So Tamika put up, Mr. Keys made them videos of my family members private on his page. Baby, the internet is forever. We definitely going to discuss his mom, Latasha M. Armstrong of Chicago, Illinois, and the rest of his family members, just not at this time. And please don't leave out his daddy neither, because he got a rap sheet so long. Please don't leave out his daddy, Mika. Please don't. Now that we know there's a police video, I think Ramika's family and supporters should protest for the video to be released to the public. If we're going to do some protesting, that's exactly what we need to do. That's exactly what we need to do. Okay, but hold on. Okay, so y'all remember everybody was saying that she got shot 3 times. It was an overkill. Y'all remember that? Oh, she got shot 3 times. It was an overkill. It's this. It's that. Who remember that? Who remember that? And then they found out that, you know, it wasn't, she was shot twice. Y'all remember that? And I wanted to know, where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, who started that rumor, right? That's what I wanted to know. So I'm going to show y'all just who started that rumor, okay? What I don't get is, why do the family have to file a petition and protest at the state attorney's office if Holly cold unalive Ramika? You better speak. All right. What? Nope. This ain't it. Hold on. Put up the wrong one. All right. Let me see. Nope. Okay. Hold on.
Many kids eat
now this is
like mac and cheese
from
and chicken
Shanitra
nuggets,
Speak,
which can lead to
y'all.
nutrient deficiencies. Low B12
Y'all could go
equals
over there
low
and
energy. Not
subscribe
enough
to her
folate
channel. She
equals
report
bad.
on all
my
crime.
baby love you to death. We locked in for life, and you know I got you like you got me. Let's have a ball this weekend, B.
They want to make it look like Romika was fighting with Holly. All these posters they putting up is her and Carlos 3-4 years ago.
The party of the century, and people over, no one else over. And it was all for you. It was all for you.
Your 6-month baby is in a car. Come to the other side and shoot my baby in the face. Then shoot her in the side. Then shoot her in the leg.
Oh, you're going.
You was intentionally trying to kill my daughter. For what? Because Carlos couldn't stop loving her? What was it? What was it?
He was stalking.
Romika wasn't stalking Carlos. Carlos was stalking Romika. And you couldn't take it because you didn't get
that. Won't taint her image because I was sitting there while Carlos was talking to Holly and telling her, me, this is me. He told her, Holly, we're not together. When did I ever say we're together? You just got pregnant.
So I see the mother is the one that started it was a setup stuff because Carlos couldn't stop loving Romika. So that's where that got at. Okay. So that's emotions, mad, trying to process that her daughter is gone. So, okay, let's listen some more.
You
How to
fought for a
point the
man
blame
that could only
anywhere.
fight for himself. He did not love Romika. He does not love you. And if you watch my sister in cold blood, and after that, the best move you can make is plans on getting your son out of school.
I also heard that the only one they questioned was Carlos.
We want the state's attorney to tell us what y'all need, what we waiting on, what y'all need to charge this young lady. You know?
Okay, before we get into today's video, the alleged shooter, Holly, as the family has identified her, she did the I would never challenge. And I uploaded part 1, but this is part 2. Now, Romika's mother did respond to Holly's I would never. So I'm going to play the part 2 from Holly. If you're following this case, I uploaded part 1. So this is part 2. And then I'll play Romika's mother's response immediately after this. And if you haven't done so already, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you appreciate my content. Thank you.
I would never want to be a bitch that was carless for almost
Yes,
3
we are.
years. And that motherfucker still raggedy was just on the side of the road the other day, stuck, looking for a ride. That piece of shit. I would never want to be a bitch that's living in a hotel for 2 months, or was it 3 months? I would never want to be a bitch that gotta move every year. I would never want to be a bitch that got cheated on for 8 years, 9 years straight. Not a month, not a day off. Cheated on the whole time. I would never want to be a bitch. I would never want to be a bitch that call a nigga phone
that she felt while you on Facebook. I would never go with another man's woman and have a baby back when he's already in a relationship. I would never do that. So why would you never get on Facebook and lie and say what you would never do? Then you made a post to say, I'm just gonna kill the bitch. And I'm just gonna kill the motherfucker. You intentionally, this was on you. I don't know you guys planned it, because to me in my heart, I feel like.
Oh, okay. So the mother is the one that put this narrative out here. She put this narrative out here real bad. So the mother is the reason why all of this is why it is right now, for real. And it's basically based off of emotions. Wow.
Like it was premeditated.
On September the 18th, 2025, family and friends came together for what they called Romika's last ride, a celebration of life honored with 31 shades of pink. A funeral that should have never been planned because Romika was only 31 years old. But just days before that, her mother gave an interview. She wanted people to understand exactly why the family was preparing to bury Romika and what really led to this heartbreaking moment. And while the family should now be grieving the loss of Romika, instead they continue to fight for justice because no charges have been filed in her death. Now, according to her mother, this deadly encounter that occurred on September the 8th of 2025 should have never happened. Now, there have been speculation online about who dropped off Romika's son that morning, Some claimed it was Carlos, the father of her child, and some claimed it was Romika. But now, for the first time, her mother is going to clarify that on the morning of September the 8th, 2025, it was Romika herself who walked her son inside the school, had an encounter with the school security officer, and left the school in good spirits. The officer recalled that Romika wasn't upset. In fact, she seemed fine. But shortly after leaving the school that morning, Romika's life was taken when she crossed paths with Carlos, who is the father of her child, and the mother of Carlos's other child. And the question remains, why were Carlos, the mother of his other child, and Romika all in the same place at the same time? Because according to her mother, Romika had an order of protection in place against Carlos. And Romika.
And then that the mother must ain't know that Romika dropped. See, y'all, I don't even know how y'all can sit here and follow this case through. Well, still be supporting this mess, because it's very sad that this young lady lost her life under what happened, but it's clear as day that lies are just being pushed out. She said Romika had a restraining order on Carlos, but later come to find out Romika had dropped it. So that's all bad information that's been coming out from day one from that family, and it's sad. And that family is pushing stuff off of emotions and lies to have Holly locked up off of emotions and lies. That's not fair.
Romika's sister stepped in to clarify that the other woman who took Romika's life had already made it clear that she considered Romika a threat. So for the family, it's almost impossible to understand how the three of them ended up face to face that morning. And despite her mother having to do what no mother should ever have to do, bury her child, instead of grieving in peace, she is now forced to watch as the woman walks free, claiming self-defense. Now, no charges have been filed, even though Romika's family says she should be held accountable.
Imagine bringing your side project to life just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Here is where
that's another thing. You're right. She didn't tell her mama that Holly had a restraining order on her. So it's so much stuff that is cracks into their story, and the fact that we getting called evil and we're dragging a deceased person, but y'all ready to go? Y'all ready to put Holly under the jail for self-defense? Something that she protected herself. She had every right to. She exercised her Second Amendment, and everything is leading up to she had every right, and y'all still speculating and still telling lies and calling us demonic and saying we dragging the deceased. Nobody is dragging the deceased. Dragging the deceased is talking bad about the deceased. Nobody is doing that. We sticking to facts. It's not right that y'all want to sit here and cover this story and put this girl away for defending herself. God forbid that y'all ever be in a situation like that. And if you tote a gun and you got your license, baby, your CCLs, please turn them CCLs in and please sell the gun, because you don't believe in self-defense. You believe in hopefully walking away and nothing happens. So ain't anybody that got a problem with self-defense and saying it ain't self-defense, turn your gun in. Turn your gun in to get your CCLs away.
Things get interesting, because the man who connects Romika and her alleged killer together, Carlos, because he shares a child with both of them, the family has now spoken out and revealed more details that we were not previously aware of. Now, what's interesting is that according to Romika's sister, as you heard in the introduction, she was sitting there and was part of a conversation where Carlos told Holly, as the family identified her to be, and the alleged shooter, that he did not want a relationship and the only connection with them was a baby. However, Romika's mom is going to tell what she knows about the relationship dynamics between Romika and Carlos and Holly. So according to Romika's sister, she was a part of a conversation with Carlos and Holly. But according to Romika's mom, she states that Romika never came face to face with Holly until the day that Romika's life was taken. So although Romika's sister had a previous encounter with Holly and Carlos, according to Romika's mom, Romika never saw Holly in person until the day that Holly took Romika's life. Now, it is important to keep in mind that although Romika's family has come forward to provide their...
But Ebony, why did that? Y'all asking a lot of questions that really don't even matter. It don't even matter. Y'all asking a lot of questions. Like Key said, why didn't she say self-defense? She never said self-defense. Okay, so what? It don't matter. Because guess what? Y'all still said it wasn't self-defense. So why does it matter to even ask that question? One. Two, the Mexican lady, as I said, she kept saying, take her gun away, take her gun away, take her gun. She just shot her. She just shot her. Take her gun, take her gun. She put it in the car. And she looked back, she said, I have my CCLs. And yet and still it don't even matter. That's a stupid thing to bring up to me. Unfortunately, this is the case of morality vs law, and it's human nature for people to go by their emotions. And yes, exactly, Lupod. In the beginning, Keys was reporting the truth, acting like he was Team Holly. Then his audience started to turn on him, so he decided to switch up, or maybe he was threatened by Romika's family. Absolutely, that is what he done. You got that right. You got that right. That is what she done. Her mom has to be the one to identify her. Carlos is just a baby daddy. Her family got to identify her. Carlos can't do it. He ain't her husband. So I remember when Carlos didn't know of the baby shower. I remember Carlos didn't know of the baby shower until the day of, but it turns out he very much did with the photo. Yup, sure did. Keys got these people. Woo! I don't know. This shit ain't right.
Account of what occurred, authorities have not verified this. In fact, as I said before, all authorities have said was that Romika was reportedly involved in a physical altercation with another woman who allegedly pulled out a gun and shot her in the face. A person was previously taken into custody, but has since been released. So at this time, Carlos or Holly, as the family have identified them and social media, has not formally been charged. So now we're going to go ahead and get into this small clip related to Romika's mother saying how she found out that Romika had passed away. So listen to this.
They reached out to me, and they were very sorry. And what was crazy, because the security guard was talking about, she had just left out there. She was just as happy and smiling, and they were talking about Carlos, and she'd be like, I got to make sure I get that man, that baby, gonna make sure he make me fix what she said. And they walked out. And they told the principal that it was a kid hit by a car. And she went out and she said it was Romika that had just left out the building with them talking. So she was devastated. The assistant principal, I'm sorry. She was devastated.
Bro, you're done already?
Yeah, bro.
How?
I hired Motion to hire AI employees.
AI employees?
When I got to the scene, everybody was gone. I had got a video. This is how I found out that my baby had got shot. I got sent a video of my baby on the ground and a puddle of blood, and him standing all over her and everything. I'd never seen my baby at the scene. When I got to the scene, all I seen was red and yellow tape. I called him, he called me when we was at Cook County Hospital. And he said, Ma, I said, she's gone. And there was a pause. And he said, this is all my fault. See, everybody's don't know what's being said to me.
Okay, so as you just heard from Romika's mother, she said that Carlos.
They do, Shay. They do. They're not gonna go off of him. His word of mouth is not gonna be enough. I don't even know why that don't even matter to me. Why he didn't tell the police the name don't even matter to me. That's the least of our problems. Because at the end of the day, it's still the family still got to identify that body. The family, not Carlos. He's not her husband. So that don't even, all stuff that don't matter, that's what they own. All the stuff that don't matter is what they own. For example, if a father unalives a man in a courtroom for raping his daughter, morally the father did what most fathers would, but legally the father is wrong and will go to jail for his actions. Yep. Y'all trying to find any reason to blame Los. Ain't nothing steeped yet. They still out, right? These emotional people is trying to get them locked up off of their emotions. It's sad that this girl lost her life, and I get it. I understand it. But I'm also a blogger, and I know how to keep my emotions out of it, and I know how to stand for the truth and what's right. And to me, I'm sorry, Holly don't need to be locked up. It was self-defense. I don't care how y'all try to slice it, dice it. She could have did this. She could have did that. She didn't have to do this. She could have put this back. I don't care how y'all tried to slice it. Like I said, if you got your CCLs and you got a gun and you saying that it was not self-defense, please turn in your stuff because you don't need it. What you going to do is hope and pray that you never run into a situation. And if you do, you going to pray to God that he can get you out of there without harming anybody. That's what you do. Okay? Turn it over.
Who is the father of Romika's son, called her and let her know that it was all his fault. Now, as far as what part was his fault, she didn't elaborate on that, but she said people do not know what is being told to her. So now, what are your thoughts about that? Now, of course, authorities, as I said, have not charged anyone. He has not publicly spoken out to say that he did indeed call to say this to her. But now I'm going to play the short clip that was recorded of Romika's son at her funeral. And you can hear a little bit of it. And then immediately after that, I'll play how her mom's saying that he is doing and what she had to go through to actually get him. So listen to this.
Yes! Long live Mimi! Long live my fucking sister!
Everything to me. If you record, yeah, later. See on the streets.
Ebony, now you jumping the gun because I'm not upset. I'm not upset. Y'all the one walking over there calling us because we don't agree, we think it's emotions and stuff like that. Y'all the one calling us demonic. Y'all the one saying we dragging her. Y'all the one saying all this stuff. I'm not mad. And I can agree to disagree. However, others cannot. Yes. Hold on, y'all. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, y'all. Everything got unplugged. Let me get everything back up here. Everything got unplugged and everything up in here. Hold on, y'all. Okay, let's see. What else did I have up? Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Trying to get my stuff back up. All right, let me see what I missed. Hold on. Now that we know there was a video evidence, release the video. I agree. I think that's what, like, I don't know who said it in here, but the family and the supporters need to be protesting for that video. I don't care what the people that support Holly have to say. They have a right. My focus have been Holly saying Carlos could have tried to do more than that. I don't even agree with that. Because when you shocked, guess what? Hashtag keep Holly free. Hey, Sabi. Because when you shocked, you don't know what you would do. Hey, I am that somebody, and yes, they do. Okay, let's see. I was trying to catch up, but I can't. They know the video gonna show Ramika. They know the video gonna show Ramika in a horrible light. Keep Holly free. They do know that. That's why Holly is free to this day. That's why I said, and I never did see this video that I'm looking at now, and I see it, and I see that the family is the one that created this narrative about. They set it up. They did, like, the family has done all of this. And Keys has picked up, because first Keys was on Holly's side, then he switched. Because as y'all see, it's not popular to hey, Voice and Value, it's not popular to support Holly, which is why my channel has took a hit and I lost some supporters, and it is what it is, because we should be able to agree to disagree, but obviously we can't, and that's all good. But I'm not gonna go with what the crowd. I'm not gonna go for what the Voice. I'm not gonna go for what the Voice. Hey, water yourself. I'm not gonna go for what the crowd goes to. I'm not gonna go for none of that. What everybody else. I'm gonna solely stick to the truth and what I think the truth is. And I believe that woman acted in self-defense. I believe that's why she's out here free now, because the video shows she had to protect herself from Ramika. Okay, so I'm going to always believe what I believe. I don't care if I have to take a hit for it or what. I'm staying true to myself. And some people, they do believe this. However, they don't want their channel to suffer. And they want the clicks and they want the views. But that's not me. I'll never do that. Never. Hi, Amber. Honestly, I think everyone should focus on their own platform. None of us was there, so why is anyone going back and forth about opinions? Exactly. I agree. She later released a civil lawsuit and refused to speak on the case. Y'all know the rest. Who did? It's given that some people just bounce around from chat to chat to argue and start confusion. I'm telling you, because I don't go in their chats, y'all. I don't go in their chats arguing with them. I don't go back and forth with them. If that's what they believe, that's what they believe. I don't go in nobody's chat. Y'all don't see me in Key's chat. Y'all don't see me in nobody's chat that's talking about this story that feel like, that's emotional. Because that's what I'm going to say. emotional. How don't you know what the video? If the video show Holly in a aggressive way, do you not think that Holly would be? Do you not think that Holly would be locked up, Ebony? If the video could prove that Holly was aggressive, hey, Brina, I miss you, boo. That Holly was aggressive. Don't you think that she would be locked up? You don't think that she would be locked up? Y'all cannot keep ignoring the facts. I get it. It's messed up that she lost her life, y'all, but damn. Y'all can't keep ignoring the facts. Hey, Sharice. They bounced some chat to argue. You better say it. You better say it. It ain't nothing that Ebony, it ain't nothing that Keys, it ain't nothing that nobody could convince me that Holly should not be free and Holly did not use self-defense. Can't nobody tell me no different. I don't want to hear none of that emotional stuff. Because when I'm sitting and I listen to stuff, I feel like, are we really this in a delusion? Are we really in a delusion? What's up, my girl? Real T in the building. Y'all need to subscribe to Real T channel. She about to come out, hit big. She very good, y'all. She know what she doing. Ebony sounds like Keys. She do. I ain't even gonna lie. She do. Ebony sound just like Keys. She would, child. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. It's all sad, but facts are facts. And it is. It is. Thank you, Freddie. I ain't even going to go as far as calling her a bully, but people do have to learn. People do have to learn. You can't go walking around. Just like it was a video that Q put out where she was pulling up on her own cousin trying to fight her own cousin over Carlos. I dropped the link, Miss White. I don't know where you at. Thank you, Voice and Value. I appreciate that. Y'all see how Voice and Value, me and her, I rock with Voice and Value. Our opinions are different, and that's okay. That is perfectly fine. I don't like to be called evil and demonic because I have my opinion. That's not fair to us. We are entitled to our opinion. We don't have to believe that that girl, that Holly is a killer. God made us all different for a reason. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm not running with it. Hello. Need the tea for the delay.
Hey, Pammy Pooh, I saw you speak to me and I got sidetracked.
And where the body ended up, in my opinion. Hey, Angel Boo. Huh? I'm here, Miss White.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, okay. Hey, y'all. Look, Amber, you know I didn't come up here to argue with
nobody. Thank you, Sharice.
But I just wanted to say, y'all.
That's right, D-Ham. What you said, Miss White?
I think all of us are adults, right?
You kind of low.
Hold on, let me see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go down and come back.
No. Go ahead.
Okay.
Miss White.
Okay. I was saying that like we're all adults, and once we get a certain age, we have to understand like how some things work. Because normally when something just sounds too good to be true or so far-fetched or so out of the way, normally it's a reason why. When things don't make sense. Typically, guys, we got to be adults enough to know that it's a reason why a lot of things just simply did not make sense. I just cannot believe that we don't understand that. That's the only thing that I struggle with, because on an ordinary day, I would love for Remy could be doing whatever it is she would do on a Saturday afternoon, as well as Holly. But unfortunately, that's not what it is. The very first time I heard the witness speak, I'm gonna say it's not that I did not believe the witness. I don't know if the same people are in your chat now because, like you said, you took a big hit. But there's a thing called perception bias. And we place ourselves in that victim's shoes. We become that person. And although we see what we saw and we know what we saw, it just has a different kind of effect on us to what comes out of our mouth. You know, y'all know I have a Christian counseling certificate. I don't have a psychology degree or none of that. But with my little certificate, with experience, you begin to learn a lot. And my certification began in the church, where you got the most demons and devils ever possible. So I was broken in really good. I was broken in really good. But I began to hear, what rose my suspicion? And it's not that she was lying, she just needed to be like an ever-present force in this story. She used I too much. Okay, I was the first one that saw it. I was the first one called the police. I was the first, everything was I was. And
you talking about the witness?
Yeah, she would tell you what she witnessed, but whatever she witnessed was based around her and not the incident. I want to make sure I'm saying this right. And it don't mean that she was lying, but she needed to be the source, if that makes sense. If I'm losing everybody, if I'm losing anybody, give her one, and I'll try to work through it with you, because I'm not here to fight. I'm just trying to tell you, like, all the way up until yesterday, the way that I explained it to my people, and then I talked to, is that we have the scales of justice, right? And we know how scales work. Sometimes they're even, but if things are not weighing out well, one side might be tilting towards the other side. So after I began to look at everything, hear everything, I'm going to be honest. My scales were tilting towards Holly, but I did not want to put a nail in the coffin because I didn't know what a video would come out to show. Right? But now hearing that there is a definite recording in the possession of the Chicago Police Department, there's just no way around it. And listen, I've heard, we know what's been said, that they can come back 2 years, 5 years. There is no statute of limitations on that crime, right? We know that. If you do your research, it's going to show you that when that happens, there's a co-conspirator who would not talk and now wants to talk, or maybe some kind of telephonic communication that has now came forward. So those are the only two things that, it's many, let me fix that because there's many, many more things, right? But those are the only two things that would be against Holly. And I'm just going to be honest. I don't know either one of the ladies. I don't know either one of them. And I don't live in Chicago. Okay? But I'm going to tell you what I do know. I do know that I felt like yesterday, before I go into my little rant, I felt like yesterday when that guy was attacking that lady, and y'all know I don't rock with that lady at all. For y'all in the chat that don't know, me and that woman been in court 3 different times. Okay? So I don't rock with her, right? But when I heard that guy say, hey, I've done my research on you, lady, and I know you in the military, and I know you and your little military buddies, and I know you doing insurance, and then he said Tammy doing something else. I felt like, I don't remember what he said, but I know he said something, right?
He said one doing policies and the other one doing insurances, and they the same thing.
Okay. I knew at that moment that anybody over there out of this little truth sector should have packed up their keyboard and tapped out. Because all of y'all know that's not true. All of y'all know that's not true. Like, if nothing else, if you believe everything else that man has ever said, y'all know that's not true. Y'all all know that's not true. I'm like, God dang on it. So, you know, that's their fight to have. I'm not getting in it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, ain't nothing registering. Like, ain't nothing making any sense. That was just crazy to me. But what I'm going to say, go on into what I do know, because I don't know either lady. And just because you don't know somebody, don't mean that you don't have compassion. You got to have compassion for people, regardless, right? But one thing that I do know out of this whole situation, right? I know that a lot of us has laid eyes on each other. A lot of us has hugged, kissed, cried, prayed, supported, financed. That's one thing I know that we all have done with and for one another for a case that nobody knows the other. Let this happen.
Yep.
I just can't believe it. I just cannot believe it.
Yep.
I spoke with somebody, and the last conversation that I had with that person, we were laughing and cutting up on the phone. And the next morning, it was something completely different. And I'm just shocked and appalled. I am. To watch a bunch of grown people stand in the paint with each other, how they have done, and don't even have the gall to even listen to what the other person is saying.
Right.
3 years, y'all.
They listen to reply though. They ain't listening to understand.
They're not. And I'm just disappointed. I'm listen, y'all. Let me tell you something. I won't plan on that panel with Trina the other day. I am a certified, bona fide, know-it-all. Okay, I am. I'm gonna be the first to tell you. That's my Virgo self. Like, I am. But I'm also be honest and say it's things that I don't know. But my analytical brain tells me when I don't know, then God dang on it, go find out.
Yep.
And that's who I am. That's who I am. I made a video last week. A few people watched it, some did. And I just don't find, I don't even find, I can't even understand how people did not get my message. That regardless to what's going on, regardless, let these people breathe. If you care so much about them, the people that you ain't never hugged, the people you ain't never partied with, the people you ain't never stood in the paint with, the people you ain't never sent a super chat to, okay? The people you ain't never talked to on the back end on the phone, and whatever else we have been doing for these 3 years, okay? Let them breathe. Let Holly breathe. Because Holly got a baby too. Carson has a mommy. Y'all listen. Yeah. I'm just a
what
logical
you was
thinker,
gonna say,
right?
Q?
I really
I
just
want to hear what Q was gonna Q.
Go ahead.
Q.
I didn't really have nothing specific. I was just touching on a few things. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Get interesting when she get on. When she get on here. What you saying?
Whenever I don't know, I know I was gonna like it's not funny, but it is funny to watch these people in a delusion that you cannot believe that They are sitting here listening to Keys and his assumptions. Everything Keys did yesterday was an assumption. And Keys, I got one question. When do the medical examiner explain everything that happened that led up to her being unalive? How you sat there and you assumed everything. When do the medical examiner do that? They don't.
Yeah.
He definitely don't. To me,
And
he's saying a lot of one thing and then he's saying another. But it's like, I don't know. If we all was watching his panel, then he gonna be saying one thing to keep us there, and he gonna keep saying one thing to keep them there. It's like he keeping the emotions high, and he's telling a lot of lies just to keep people emotional.
I watched that man views. He was getting every bit of 200 views, 400 views, 600. He got a couple of thousand views. And y'all have granted him at y'all mercy thousands and thousands of views now based off somebody else's feelings and emotions. Because see, I was listening to what Amber was playing. You cannot take away how that lady feel, Miss Tina. I can't say she did it on purpose or not, because her emotions would have been much more super higher than the witness, right? So I can't say
Yeah,
that.
but still, like honestly, if she I could say she could feel how she can feel, but if you gonna push lies within and feeling how you feel, that's still don't give you the
That's
right to
not
do
right.
that.
That's
Right,
true.
that's not
That's true
right.
because
You can want
you have
justice
other
for your
people.
daughter, but you gotta tell the honest truth. Like you got on here and said Los was stalking and this and that. You shouldn't have never said none of that. You should have never said none of that because that was not the truth. You know that's not the truth.
And she
Yeah,
even put
I
out
get
and
what you're
said that
saying.
it was premeditated. They planned
Right.
it. She said that in
Yeah.
there.
You
And
got all
then
these people
she also, what you said?
I was thinking it was a GoFundMe thing they was trying to do at first, but they said it was a fake one, but then they ended up making one themselves and it ain't really, I don't know. I was thinking they was just trying to capitalize off the situation. They knew Romika just killed herself and basically they was just trying to get some type of emotional gain off of it, some type of way. It wasn't, they already knew Romika was wrong. They knew Romika went down there on bullshit.
Let me ask y'all this.
Yep.
Is anybody in the chat? I love history, right? Can y'all hear me, Amber? Because I clicked on something.
I hear you. I hear you.
Can you? Okay. Yeah, I'm a history buff, right? I love history. So on yesterday, they put the paperwork in. Are y'all familiar with the Salem witches? Do y'all know who the Salem witches are? Anybody?
I think
Just
I heard
one
it
person.
before.
The Salem witches. Nobody know who the Salem witches are. Well, I ain't gonna
I
go
think I
all
heard
into a
of it.
whole bunch of detail, but it was in 1960. I mean, no, not, I'm talking about 1962. It was in what 1690s, something, in the 1600s, y'all. It was these three ladies. Anyway, they got accused of being witches, and they were not.
Yeah, I heard that. I definitely
They
know what you're talking
staked
about.
them and they burned them. Only to later find out that somebody was mad about something else, and these women were burned to death because they thought that they were witches. And they put in the paperwork yesterday. This happened in the 1600s. They just try to commute those three ladies' sentence.
I definitely heard of something like that.
Yeah, I ain't never. Tammy said she heard of it. Yeah, I ain't never heard of that.
I
Oh, it's
definitely
some
heard
people
of
in the chat heard of it.
that. Selene witch trial. Yeah, I definitely heard of that before.
It's been in the history books forever.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I learned about it in this school.
Yeah.
If you
And
have it, if it's up to these people, they want them to throw away the key on Holly, and all she did was use self-defense. That's crazy.
And they
And
want
this
Los to
is
go to
all
jail
just
because he can't break it up. They want Los to go to jail because he can't break it up. That's crazy.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all ready to throw the key at this lady, this man, over something that the video is showing, backing up her statement and what she said, which is the reason why she ain't in jail. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all want
You know,
an innocent person, because Holly is innocent, to go to jail.
I just couldn't believe how nobody wasn't
Because y'all
listening.
mad at the outcome.
Well, you know, it's not the outcome, and that's not what it is. It's how it was given to them. The first thing
Yep.
I ever heard was that child drove from Wisconsin at 7, 8 in the morning to go block that child off with the baby daddy. He had her in a headlock, and you know. So my first question, my very
at the
first
baby
question,
school,
guys.
all type. That's a nut crazy. That's a nut story to hear. You finna go off, you hear something like that.
My very first question was, how did he not get hit? Like that was my first question. So it
Right,
had me
nice. So
so
that's smart as
intrigued,
hell. So
y'all.
that's smart as hell to think just like that to say why did he did get hit? Like I'm just trying to figure out when they were saying I'm like, damn, do they think Holly John Wick or something? Like, how could she shoot like that?
Now, mind you, even when I said that, I didn't make up my mind or nothing. This is the questions, you know. When you
Right.
got common sense, a lot of stuff just pop up in your head, right? Then they were
Uh-huh.
saying it happened at the school. Okay. I volunteer at school, you know, I work in the community. So I go to the website.
Super emotional. It happened by some kids. What you up here shooting up about the kids? Hold on, wait. You got on way.
I go to the website and I look for school shootings. Because see, what we got to next understand is what is classified as a school shooting. It
In
does
school
not have to
grounds.
be in the school. It does not have to be on the school grounds. It has to be within a certain amount of feet from the school, and the school is going to go on lockdown, evacuated if necessary, and it will be logged on 3 different websites, one to include Homeland Security.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's what I was
then,
at. I was telling people when I made the 10 facts about the case.
So then I started looking up. Okay, dang, we seen the school zone. So yeah, my mind just go like I'm batshit crazy sometimes when something start getting on me. So I say, well, dang, I see the school zone sign. What is that about? Only to later learn. And y'all don't try to beat me up. I'm not trying to take up for nobody. I'm just trying to tell you what I know. I swear to God. I look up the thing about the school zone. And really the school zone just kind of is for drivers. Those are yellow signs put out there for traffic. I swear to God. Look it up. If you got license, you took driver's ed. It's
They
for
letting you know it's
traffic.
coming up to
The
a school,
school is
so to
coming
drive
up.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not making it up. I'm not trying to take a. See, this is what I'm saying by y'all. If you just listen to things that don't make sense because you're angry, if you would just sit down and breathe and listen, it would make perfect sense.
Yeah,
It
they
would make.
said she made a post
Yep.
saying she wanted to kill Romika. Well, she was gonna do something to her. She shared a post from somebody else, and it was old. So
Well, that's
I'm
what I
not
was gonna say
understanding.
because
Yeah. Oh yeah.
even if you
I'm
share
happy
a
you brought
post
that up.
now, it's the same sentiment. Now I'm gonna be honest, it's the same sentiment. The difference comes in, like you said, it was old, and I'm sure Romika's not the only person she know, and she could have even been talking about a baby daddy. She could have been talking about anybody.
I mean, we share posters all day. Like let's say hypothetically, we share a overly sexual post a million times, and then somebody come and inbox us, and we be like, "Get out of our DM, we ain't on that." We just sharing stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like that just was on Facebook, so I don't think that's necessarily how you feel just because you share it. It's just I
Yeah,
don't know.
okay.
Yeah,
But you know
they
that.
keep bringing that up, but that don't mean nothing. Just like I looked at a this old TikTok, and it was her and another girl. I don't know who it is, and she was saying they was like, who will be the one to kill somebody first? And they both, her and the other girl, both pointed to the other girl, and I'm like, dang, she said the other girl. Well, she didn't say her, and the girl didn't say it was her. But they was just up under there like, oh, y'all need to redo this again because you done killed somebody now. And this, I said, Lord Jesus, fix it.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, Jesus Christ, y'all. I'm sure that child beat herself up every day. Y'all gotta know that child is struggling. You
Yeah,
gotta
shit.
She
know.
do. You know
You
she
gotta
do.
worry about. Going to jail for damn near for the rest of your life. Motherfuckers trying to paint you as a murderer out here.
When
You gotta
this,
worry about that type of shit.
that's one thing.
They
The
trying to
worrying part
shit. As
of
long as you
that.
don't know
You
none
gotta
of that
think of
now,
you gotta think about it. The
like
police.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Why
But
you got to think about it. The police want to lock up 2 extra black motherfuckers. They got 1 dead, and they can lock up 2 other black motherfuckers. You think they don't gonna want to do it if they can? Or what?
Mm-hmm.
They gonna take Los and Holly ass off the street if they can. But they know
yeah,
for a fact that Holly didn't do shit wrong, and
yeah,
that's why she's still out this long. It don't take that
and
long for them to look for nothing else that they needed to look for. They subpoenaed her phone. They
Mm-hmm.
subpoenaed Monica's phone. It's nothing in them. Let her go.
you know what else, guys? What made sense to me before this whole video stuff and all this was coming out? See, I maybe I'm an overthinker, but I think logically, and I break stuff down bit by bit by bit, right? Because let's say there was no video, right?
Right.
Let's say there was no video, and you
Yeah.
got Holly, which would be the witness, well, the defendant, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
have the 2 Hispanic people, 1 male, 1 female, and then you have Carlos, right?
Yeah.
They take that child away. They took her away immediately on the scene once they realized who she was. They didn't have time to put a story together, right?
Right.
Okay. So now,
Right.
Right.
now it's multiple choice. Holly's statement is the question. Is it going to be A, what the Hispanic girl said, B, what Carlos said, or C, what the Hispanic guy said? Whose testimony is going to match up more to what she said on multiple
Mm-hmm.
choice?
Yeah.
If there was no video, that's why I started saying do the video. Even I mean, y'all.
I think the Mexican lady, I think her statement actually match up to Holly. She just was saying in an emotional state where she was trying to push it towards Romika way.
Yeah.
But I think she told everything she said helped Holly. When she said Romika wiggled away from Los, all that, she should have left that out if she wanted Holly to go to jail. Because I mean,
Uh-huh.
it seemed like she
Yep.
broke
Amber,
away. So
Yep.
can
you
you
wanted Los to go to
And
jail, you should have
then
left
look,
that out too.
pull up
and then
perception
they
bias
even
and put
said
it on the
that even
screen?
with,
I'm
and then
sorry.
not even only that, that other that witness said, and the other one that Naja talked to, that witness said she wiggled away from him too. So we know
Right.
for sure that 2
Y'all
witnesses
wiggled
seen
away.
her get away from him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you got one witness on the scene that said Lowe shot him. I mean Lowe shot her. So now he is inflicting they statements. All of their statements must match in order for a statement to even stick. If you got 3 different witnesses on the scene and they all explaining it different, they're not gonna take your word for none of that. They're gonna look at if there's video evidence and it's basically gonna be Hollywood against theirs. Holly and Los, if
Mm-hmm.
they statements match, that to hell with them with
Well,
other witnesses.
the guy, first off, they weren't gonna take that serious when he says he, because if you know anything about the Spanish language, they use the
Right,
word he interchangeably. Everybody is he when they have broken English.
right,
So
yeah.
sorry guys, but that's the truth. Look it up. No, please don't take. You got a phone and you got some kind of
Yeah,
device
I
in
mean,
front of
yeah,
you. Look
he
it
could have
up.
most likely definitely been meaning Holly, but the way he looked at
Well,
Los and
look,
he said, "You shot him, bro." He meant him. He ain't mean Holly. He meant him. He ain't see it like that. He seen something different.
I
Whatever he
thought he
saw,
was
he
looking
probably
towards Holly. Because one thing I
nah.
do notice too
He
about Holly
pointed.
saying I have a CCL, right? That whole little situation, right?
Right.
Uh, she had to put. Listen, I'm a carrier. I'm a carrier, and I have extended clips. Okay, just know that. Um, you have to separate yourself from your weapon after you do what you've done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that child having that weapon in her hand and those police pull up.
She probably, I don't know. But I
Okay.
know you definitely supposed to take your shit apart and secure the weapon until the authorities get there. You point them directly to where the gun at, and they put it in the bag and shit,
Hmm.
tag it and shit.
But Okay, so what I'm gonna speak to is this. One thing I do specifically remember in that video is that when those officers pulled up on that scene, they were not looking for no shooter. They were not looking for none of that. They saw a child in distress, and they all gathered around there. Now, I did see that they kind of looked around to make sure that the scene was secure, and they didn't see any weapons out, so they focused on the main thing, right? So it was the
Mm-hmm.
Hispanic girl that kept saying, get her, lock her up. That's her. She running on the street with a gun. She was pointing at her and everything. Holly had her phone in her right hand, and she turned her head to the right and looked directly towards that camera and said, I have a CCL. She did not say that to any authoritative figure out there.
Right.
I
She
said
did
that.
Right.
not
She
say it
probably just
to
telling them.
any. She did not say it to any authoritative figure. So can you imagine you just uh, went through what you went through with somebody and you got a nagging voice in your ear saying, get her, get her, get
Right.
her. Who is you, girl?
Yeah.
Get her. It's like, bitch, shut
I'd
the
be
fuck
ready. That's what I said. I would have knocked the
up.
motherfucking witness out damn
Yeah.
near. His ass would have got his ass knocked out. If I was Los, I would have walked up and knocked him out because he was just bugging me. And Los looked like he was just held himself back from knocking him out. That shows you right there that Los is not no violent motherfucker. All that he took a lot from him not to swing on dude ass right there. Cause I would have capped his ass. Boy, don't be saying no shit like that.
Mhm.
You ain't even see the
I
whole
listened
story.
to
Like,
I listened to the conflictness in her cousin because she would say, no, no, that ain't him. No, that's not him. And then the more you hear the internet, oh yeah, get him. Oh no, that's not him. That's not him. Get him, get him. You know, I even hear the aunt doing it, and I
right,
just don't. Man, I talk so much about this case on the back end that Amber won't bit more thing about this case than a man in the moon, and I feel so bad that she has taken this hit because I talked about this case all the time. She wasn't thinking about this case, and she didn't come live to talk about this case. What
right.
caught her attention, I'm gonna be honest, what caught her attention was what that guy was doing. And for y'all over here that's new to Amber, she's being dubbed over here as the equalizer a long time ago. She don't like to see nobody being done wrong. She don't like to see nobody being bullied. And she still was staying out of it. But it was something he did one night when he went live. And she said, damn, he keeps switching up. I said, girl, that's all he do. That was the conversation. I swear to God, my right hand to God, Father Almighty. I said, that's all he do. He switch up back and forth. And she was like, let me see. And she started looking and she spoke about him. And then here we are.
All hell broke loose, huh? It was
Mhm.
that's they God over there. Oh, Big Keys, he the go. Big Keys and Big Keys ain't telling y'all shit. Nothing.
Pulling y'all off. Got y'all looking like a bunch of maniac psychos.
Yeah, because I wasn't
Delusional
going to talk
Yes.
about
psychos.
Amber. Mika, everybody have been trying to get me to talk about this case since the day after it happened. I said, I will not, I shall not, because I understood that it was too high of emotions. And at this time, it was nobody in our sector speaking on it at all. Not one. Okay. But I understood what I saw from the mother. I understood what I saw from the witness, so on and so forth. And I was not going to touch this case. I was not. But I wore their brains out about this case. And y'all, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
There's
And you
probably not
already
too
know
much
I don't
enough.
if I don't like for nobody to be bullied. I don't like for I don't like it. I seen way too much going on. I was like, my goodness, this is too much. And then
You remember the
we was
first
on the
day?
back end talking about the case. I thought, this girl is innocent. To me, she innocent, and can't nobody
The
tell me
first.
different. I done lost
Mm-hmm.
friends that I've been cool with for 3 years behind this. My channel done took a hit, but it is what it is. I stand for the fucking truth, and that's just all to it. And can't nobody
Mm-hmm.
change my mind. That girl is innocent in my mind. She's not a cold blood murder. And for us to be called demonic and we sick and stuff all for our opinions is crazy to me.
And I operate like this. If I like you or not, I'm gonna listen, right? I'm gonna gather all the facts, and you cannot come to a conclusion with only your side, right? You just cannot. So I was sitting in Key's library every day. Every day. If you go back to one of his first lives, Miss Trina was on his panel. She started singing the 47 Step song, right? She told him he could go get the cameras and all this other stuff for the Freedom of Information Act. I know y'all remember that live. That was me in that chat typing saying you cannot get the school records unless school videos unless you have a child there. I kept saying it. He came back the next day, his words verbatim. Well, y'all, the school video was a no-go. And there's probably not too much that he had or know that I don't already or didn't know. I'm not being funny, y'all. I'm not. That's how deep I was into this. I went on
Hold on, wait. Another thing I want to say real quick before you go too far. When they said Romika was dropping off the lunch to Lulo's, how did the family get the letter? How did the family get the letter if she dropped it off? I don't think she never made it to the school. I don't think she never went.
Well,
I don't think that was her plan anyway.
I think different. And the reason I think different is because when you take your child to school, they go to school with their lunch bag and they look, their backpack. When they come home with their backpack and their lunch bag. And out of all the chaos, what happened with Carlos, he got beat up at the school, my theory, now I can base a theory based off facts, right? I don't like to do theories. I only like to do facts. But you can build a theory based around facts, okay? Let me be very clear with that.
Right, you say you're going to do a fact, so tell me the fact. Because I'm going to tell you the fact that, which is why I even said what I said. You say what?
But they did say that she had. The security guard said that she did go in there and drop him off, allegedly dropped the son off at school.
Right,
okay,
she dropped them off, but the lunch was the main thing. The lunch was the main thing. Which is why she went back into the area supposedly, because she was supposed to be giving him his lunch, right? So this is why I say she didn't do that.
Never did.
Right, this is why I'm saying, because when they saying that Lulos was not picked up from the school by the family. Lulos was picked up by Big Los.
Don't spoil my theory. Don't spoil my theory.
Right, that's why I wanted to tell yours first, because I was gonna debunk it. That's why I want you to say yours first.
And I could be very much wrong, but it's just what makes sense to me based off what I know, right?
Right.
So when the child go to school with their belongings, they come home with their belongings. He got picked up early, right?
Right.
So that's how they ended up with the note. However, I feel like when Holly was taken into custody, you got baby Carson still left there. He's with his dad. Dad do what he do. He gets baby. He go take a shower. He tried to go get the other baby. Whoo! Ambush school. Assault take place. You are on the school ground. A fight break, baby. GCFS is coming. Okay, they are coming.
Yeah, and that's not where it happened either, because Big Los picked Lulos up from the school once he was released from the police station. He was questioned and he was let go within an hour. He went directly up there. He went directly home first, and then he went straight to the school to get Lulos, because he changed his clothes. He didn't want that blood on him while he was up there getting him. So he got Lulos and went back to the house. And he was about to leave that house because it was basically they was exposing his address on the internet. So he left out that house into the back, and he was getting in his car, and Romika's family pulled up in the back of there, and they demanded that he give Lil Los to them, and he did, and they knocked Los out after they did that. And that's how the family got Lil Los. They did not go up to the school and get him. So that's why I was trying to figure out, like, how did they saying she must have left that lunch somewhere at her house? Once you go to the person's house to get their belongings and stuff after they did and stuff like that. Like, ain't no way they could have got that lunchbox. There's no way they could have got that lunchbox, because Lil Los was at Big Los's house and he didn't leave back out with the lunchbox. They left out with whole different stuff on. He did not have none of his school stuff. So I don't know. I really
This is
believe that
real hard.
lunchbox was just something to say, an excuse, or they know Romika don't do stuff without telling somebody she finna go and do that. She did that, and she told somebody that she was going over there to check to see if whoever was what. She probably got dropped the night before that. Holly was over there. Well, she probably knew the whole weekend that Holly was there, but she was just gonna wait till Holly was going to her car to try to catch her. And she knew Holly was leaving that day, and that's why she ended up catching her right there. That was not no. That was something planned. That was two simultaneously. How did you catch them coming in their car at the same time? You supposed to be dropping the lunch off at the school. That does not make sense. You literally, deliberately was waiting on them. You premeditated your own murder.
It's just
No,
unfortunate.
but they say
It's
Holly
very.
shouldn't have. They said Holly shouldn't have been nowhere by the school, nowhere by the baby daddy. Holly shouldn't have did this. Holly shouldn't have did that. Like all this
Right,
stuff that Holly shouldn't have done.
right, make that make sense. Like if Romika went to the school to drop off a lunch, she was late, and how did she meet them at the car at the exact same time on the opposite side of the block that's more than 500 feet long? That does not make no type of sense to me. That means Romika was watching their ass getting their car, and then she saw their ass pulling up, and then she pulled right there. That's what she did. I'm telling you, with that video, I wish the video was like a little bit bigger because you can't see the other side of the street. You just see Romika pulling in and shit like that. Like that's what's so ooh, bro. Cause you can't tell me she ain't sit there and wait for them to come out. That don't make that. That's not possible for her to meet them at the same exact time. Not even just just mind our own business. That don't make sense. It just don't.
Well, for you to say that, you absolutely know more than me. I like to do fact-based theories. And mine came from hearing them say he tried to, hearing the family say he went to the school to pick him up. So there was a step missing because when I looked
Right.
at, I don't know what time school get out. I even looked at the bottom of the page that the baby was picked up through Elizabeth DCFS, and I think the time was like 1 or 2 in the afternoon or something. Later in that, maybe 4 in the afternoon. It was later. So I took all those things into the equation, but we cannot forget that there was still a little baby there that had to be somewhere before
Right.
DCFS was involved.
Right. And it kind of don't make sense to say that the family picked them up at the school, because if they knocked Los out at the school, you think them people was gonna give a violent person that you think they finna give that kid to that family, and they just knocked the father out at the school? That doesn't even who would do that at the school? That's a known fact that they knocked him out because the auntie said they knocked Los out. And I know it because it was another person there to witness that was escorting Los. So I know that. I know for a fact that happened.
I just hope that maybe now that everybody knows that there is a video, that things make a little more sense now.
Yeah.
It has to make more
Yeah.
sense now, y'all. We too
Probably
old
happened at
not to
the
believe
school.
that when
So
something
that's
don't
how
add up,
it's
it's a
school.
reason why.
What Justin
You know
told
how
It
when
ain't
you
making. They still run around here like some loose cannons.
oh wow. You know how
who is
when you
who
got
is Justin
little kids.
who is Justin that Tammy talking about?
Oh,
Damn. Oh,
let me see.
I'm sure like
Huh?
I'm sure like who's this Justin
I
doing?
seen a justice. I seen a justice. I'm not for sure where I seen it at, but I did see it in here. Did somebody get it out? Because they said, oh, here it is.
Los never got knocked out. One
Said Los
Romika
never
cousins
got
got
knocked
knocked out. No,
Y'all,
that's not the
please,
truth. Whoever Justin Nicole is,
it's
I got that from
injustice.
a fact. I
It's
got that from a fact
injustice.
person. The person ain't gonna lie on nobody. Ain't got nothing. He don't even want to speak out of it. You go on his Facebook page, he saying, "Rest in peace, Romika. It's a fucked up situation." That's all he's saying, and he not gonna lie. He don't got shit to do with it. He don't want nothing to do with it. But he not gonna call me and lie and tell me something that for no reason.
It's injustice to force justice on somebody without knowing what's going on too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's so injustice. And I know all of us got some kind of God in our hearts somewhere. Some kind of God in our hearts somewhere. But for me to be called evil and vile and all this other whatever it was said, I don't know exactly what was said.
Your
I,
opinion.
yeah, I'm not evil. Now I can be mean, but I'm not evil. I'm not evil, and I'm gonna
I'm
always
not
tell the talk.
demonic. I'm not evil. I'm not sick. I'm not sick. I don't have a fever. I don't have a cold. I'm none of that. I'm none of that. But we can very
They
much
know,
say the
man.
same thing about them for sitting here judging us off of our opinions.
That's what people like them do. They judge people, not even talking about facts about the case. They can't argue like that. So if they can't argue with facts of the case, they try to talk about you in another kind of way, which won't even matter if they can't even say none of that. You feel me? Like they be trying to say it, but it don't matter. Like they'll try to pull me like they be, oh, you nappy head, but in reality, my hair is not nappy. It's just this Android might make it look like that, but I shit might be smashed up a little bit sometimes, but my hair is not nappy yet. It's a difference.
Yeah, I remember them saying that, Tammy, where they saying Tina was gonna get that baby. So I said, now that don't even make sense. Was gonna get Holly's baby. I said, now what? That don't make no sense.
Yeah, it's
Right.
even protocol for
That's
that.
crazy.
It's even protocol.
Holly's baby.
That show don't make no sense at all. I say, what? Why would they do that?
Like,
That totally don't make sense, especially when they let Los out the police station within an hour. They knew well. They took his phone for an hour. They went through it. They probably connected his shit to a USB to download everything on his phone, and that's about it. He gave a statement. I've heard he gave a statement after he came that he had to leave. I mean, a couple days later, he ended up giving a statement or something like that. But he's not wrong. He got to give a statement. What the fuck? He's not finna just no. I don't want to make no statement. And then they ain't gonna come in that bitch and lock him up. Hell nah. I'm gonna tell they that's the truth for what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that too. That was another thing that started making me, because I was sitting in there
I
with
heard
him and
that
everything.
Then I heard that the Chicago police department working with Carlos and them, and it was I'm telling you, I was sitting here laughing. It ain't funny, but when you hear those kind of lies and stuff, you just be like, what? We're all because this woman pleaded self-defense and had every right to. Y'all coming up with all this stuff. It don't make no sense.
Man, I wish there was a way we could pull up multiple other surveillance videos because I want to see that. I want to see them at the school because I know for a fact my people not gonna lie to me for no reason. They ain't even have no reason to call me and tell me about that. So I know for a fact they ain't one gonna lie about it. I wish I could pull the surveillance up. But the auntie definitely confirmed even when I was saying it because I was arguing with her on Keys Live about it. She tried to say what she tried to say, but I debunked her and shut up. She was caught up. She ain't had nothing really to say. She, when a person caught up, they can't. The cat got their tongue. She knew everything I was saying was true. I was exposing stuff that didn't nobody know. Especially about the other restraining orders, because they didn't know about the twin girl named Sydney that got a restraining order on her. They don't know about Romika Allen. I mean, they knew about Romika Allen having a restraining order on her. I don't think Romika Allen was active no more, but she definitely had pulled one out on her before. Holly had one on her, and Sugar Mama Roper had one on her. Her cousin had one on her, and it's supposedly one other girl. I forgot her name. It was a little minute ago. She's supposed to have an active warrant. I mean, not a warrant, an active restraining order against Romika. That's 5 girls that have restraining orders on her, and not even counting probably more than that. Them just ones that I know for a fact. That's crazy. Everyone can see and hear you. What happened, y'all? I was just saying.
Oh no, I'm like, dang, I don't know. All of us got down.
Right, I'm
Um,
sure like right.
That was one thing that I was saying earlier a couple of weeks ago. Like, could everybody just kind of chill out on Holly a little bit? Because it just seemed like, not for me to try to take up or cover, but if you care anything about Romika, you see where the game going. You see where the game is going. Like, just chill out. If you care about her, you chill out, because the more y'all do, the more they gonna do, and back and forth. Like, nobody was willing to grow up in this situation.
Tammy said, is there a way to find all the restraining orders against Ramika? Now that's where I got kicked out at. Now all these
I
wait a minute,
think
her
stuff like that
husband.
I think stuff like that is confidential unless they go get arrested. Because you can get a restraining order on somebody and it's not a crime, you know. So that type of stuff is confidential. Only way they can do that is if those people come out and show them, because they actually got papers to that.
Wait, so her cousin put a restraining order on her too?
Yep, Sugar Mama wrote because she couldn't come to none of the family functions and stuff because Romika was gonna try to fight her, and there was a couple more family members that was riding with Romika because she was based off the fact that she was trying to fuck on low. So it's like it felt like that was this loyal shit, so they was gonna whoop her ass.
Now
Damn.
that's crazy work.
Mm-hmm.
And then the
So
crazy thing about it, they was threatening said they was gonna put Sugar Mama on the news. That's what they said. I'm like, damn,
Mm-hmm. I heard that.
that's our family.
That was in the that was
Actually,
in
she
the
told
text
her aunt,
message.
"You better get
Mhm.
your daughter for she be on the news."
Yeah.
Wow.
No, and that came from you can clear as day. See, that's Romika saying that. You can't lie, saying that came from my real Facebook page.
Sure did.
Hey everybody, this real TV. I'm just
Hey,
listening.
real team. Not Holly. Tammy said, "How did they get Holly's restraining order?"
Well, this is what happens with a restraining order.
Somebody
They are
pulled it up
civil
off the site, I
suits.
believe.
Yeah, they're civil suits. So depending on the severity of how you got certain boxes that you can check to say, like, you don't want your address there. You feel that the person will
Mm-hmm.
come to try to find you, so you
Yeah,
it's kind of anonymously, not
yeah.
anonymously done, but anonymously done. So if you don't have the right names and stuff like that, you get what I'm saying.
Right. That's why I
So
said it's confidential.
Well,
That type of information confidential. Unless they release it, then that's the only way it's
that's
gonna
in
get
North
released.
Carolina. That's in North Carolina.
Ro-
I can't speak for no other state.
Romika was
well, I'm gonna
involved in a
tell
crime,
you,
so that's why
they
hers got released because she was involved in the crime.
they had the docket number. So you in Stokey, there's no way to get it online. So you have to go in person, and the docket number was in the law library in Stokey, and that's how they
Right.
got it.
Messed up,
Yeah,
man.
she tried to fight her family over Lowe's. That is
So
correct.
I'm taking Stokey is a small place.
Yeah, yeah. Skokie kind of small compared to
My
this.
wife said, my wife said it's called, how you say it? Skokie, not Stokey.
Oh,
Look, I ain't from
Skokie.
Chicago. I'm from New York. She said it's Say it again.
Skokie.
Skokie. Okay.
Skokie, yeah, y'all saying Skokie like a weed
let,
blunt or something.
let me correct myself.
Who was that sparkle to my? There is no White Castle on 20 East Cermak. It's like it's rope. I mean, the White Castle is legitimately behind the train station, and that's the train station is behind. If you see the sharks right there, the right behind the sharks is the train station. Right behind the train station is White Castle. That I think that is Cermak Road.
But
Yeah.
what they care
Yeah,
about
because
White Castles?
once you get off the E-way on Chinatown, that's Cermak. Yeah, that's definitely Cermak.
But see what happens,
Mm.
real T, what happens on the internet, if one little thing the wrong way, you got to clean the whole statement up, because they gonna snatch it
Well,
immediately.
hold on,
If
y'all.
you
It say no, there's no White Castle at 20 East Cermak Road. The original landmark building is at 43 East Cermak Road, though there is an active White Castle restaurant across the street.
So what is this about the White Castles? I'm confused.
Because I think one of the content creators, what did one of the content creators say about the White Castle?
I don't know. I think they were saying something about. I don't know. I think they were saying something about Los living by White Castle or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't. I remember it
David
came
said
up.
the White
Oh, in the
Castle
other
is on
direction.
David said the
Yeah,
White Castle is on Wabush and Cermak.
right. But that's literally damn near. I mean, shit. If you leave out, if you let's say you leave out of Lowe's back, if you go out the back of his house, you're gonna be right there by the White Castle. If you look at that video when Romika was pulling up on Lowe's when she was talking about Holly doing the threesome shit, you could see the White Castle right there behind her. It's a big ass gate right there that's separating her and White Castle. So I don't know what was they point of saying that, but I know White Castle was legitimately right there.
But Q, you remember when
Justice said he was trying to debunk the 20 East Cermak because that's what the report said yesterday. He read trying to make it seem like Chicago Police Department slow the whole time. He
didn't do
said
their
slow.
job? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
But you remember Q when we was watching Upper's tour, right?
Yeah.
And we was like, look up on the camera, like poke the camera up, because she was looking in the areas to see where the cameras was at. And we was like, look up, like you missed it.
Right.
You missed it.
Yeah.
And when David was on the panel and he was like, that camera don't work. And I was like, man, I'm telling you, there's businesses
Right,
there. That
right.
camera
That's why I
works,
told
y'all.
him for that.
That,
That's what made me say that. I'm like, Los had a robbery. Somebody broke in his truck right there one day, and he got them caught. They got caught for that shit because of the camera that was right there. So I know for a fact it was a camera there. He parked. He's been parking there since he's been living there. He either parked there or right there by the damn post office way. If he can't park in the front, if he ain't just going in and out, because you can't park in front of his shit at overnight. So you either gotta park behind where the post office at, or you gotta park over there on that resident area where Romika was killed at.
and basically, they could park wherever the hell they want to park.
Right. But if Romika was running late for work, going to Lilo's, dropping him lunch off and all this shit, how do you mistakenly run into them? That doesn't make no sense. At the same time they on their way to the car, something not adding up about that. That doesn't ain't nobody that perfect
It's
with
not
timing,
even
bro.
the mistakenly ran into them. It is if you seen them, you was supposed to keep going.
Right, which
She
made me
probably
think
was
that she
clocking
was
them.
praying on them.
Yeah,
She
that
was
could
praying on
be.
them,
Yeah,
like she was
that's
waiting
what
on
I'm
them to get
saying.
to that car for Holly
But the
get
thing about it
vulnerable,
is
then attack her.
that the thing about it is that camera is going to show where her car did whatever it did, how long it took to do it, how long, you know what I mean? Did she jump out? That camera gonna show all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then it'll be
That's
nothing they can say for real. It's once that video is released. But what people gotta understand is it was the family's job and duty to have their attorney request any evidence that they seem to have had, even if it was a little bit of evidence, to prove whatever they was saying, or even to just see exactly what happened. Now, before they release it to the public, they're gonna release it to the family. So they might not necessarily release it to the public. That's something that has to be requested. They not just gonna say, okay, we got the footage from so and so and so this day. Nah, the police, it don't work like that.
Yeah, that message
So that's
David
still
like
Brown David
that's
Brown said
like the
he
necessary.
same
used to
thing with
park his
the
truck
the guy, the
behind
guy
the
that
truck.
the young boy that
He
got
parked that too.
shot in Milwaukee by the off-duty cop. You know, once they had to show it to the family, they had to release it to the public. Now they had so many days to release it to the public. So what the off duty officer did was he had his attorney request that it be released earlier. They didn't have to wait the 14 days. But the
Who was
second
the who
day,
was
it
it?
was released.
Who was it
Huh?
in Milwaukee? What happened?
When the young boy, I guess the off-duty cop hit the guy from the back, and he got out the car. And I guess it was a couple words exchanged, and he pistol whipped the off-duty officer, and then pointed the gun at him, and the off-duty officer shot him. And they had footage from something across the street, or somebody was recording, and it looked like the off-duty cop just shot the guy. And when they released that footage, it showed that he not only did he pistol whip the officer, you know, that he pointed the gun afterwards at him, and he shot him. Did they say that was excessive force? Because he continued to shoot him.
Wow. I know and I'm not trying to say what nobody should have done or could have done. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying I'm from the country, North Carolina. We were taught to eliminate the threat. But we
And I
are a
agree.
yeah.
I agree, Whisper.
Yeah.
Whisper. The family seen the tape. I heard the aunt say she slipped up and she said it, but then she corrected it real quick that she synced it
A couple of weeks last week, I remember something close to that.
to the effect that she seen the
Right.
video, or
They was
But y'all
right, but
listen,
that's not a
or
public
her
park, and
sister
that's
seen the
for the
video, something
restaurant.
of that nature. And I'm
listen,
trying to
y'all.
find it.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Grieving is hard.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Grieving is very hard. However, you
Imagine,
still gotta
imagine
have
trying.
some responsibility in your grieving. You know, um,
Hmm.
You
mm,
know, um, Q felt bad. Q felt bad, and I basically was telling him, like, at the end of the day, there is no going to be no right time to release those videos. Um, if you release them 2 weeks from now, you know, they still gonna say something. They still gonna have something to say. They still going to, you know, talk they shit and make it something that it's not. There would have been no right time to release any videos about Romika. And so
you're
they
right.
fault
You're
him,
you're
and they
absolutely
fault him
right.
for that.
You're absolutely right. We just
When
gotta learn responsibility because I'm
Mhm.
sorry, Richie.
No,
I'm
it's okay.
sparking. I gotta get it off my head. The very first time we ever saw Holly was her standing at the back of her car after the incident, and she was not in a good light. She was not in good shape, right? She wasn't fly or any of that, and it was led to believe that she was some fly by night girl who got a chance and got knocked up type um thing. You know what I'm saying? So then only to later find out that she just as fly. She's a beautiful girl. So I was like, well, why
Hmm.
were they saying that?
They
I was
both
just kind of
was
like,
beautiful.
Yeah.
they were beautiful.
And
It's fly, not
another
fly.
thing, another thing I want to say is that when Q was stating, even early on, I watched Q from day one. From day one, you know, even with his remorse, but I think he got tired. He got fed up. The people was just getting too disrespectful. And
Yeah.
he was basically saying, this is who Romika is. This is who she was. This is who people knew she was. There is no, a lot of people would have to get on the stand and lie and say and defute the things that the videos that Q showed and stuff like that. They have videos that, he put out videos that weren't that. They told me they were 2 years ago and this, that, and the third. If you look at the son, he wasn't 4. He wasn't 4 years old.
Oh yeah,
You know,
when he was leaning on the wall.
yeah, he wasn't 4 years old.
That's
Like
last year.
these were recent videos, and
Yeah.
um, I think he started putting out the videos because people were telling him what he was saying wasn't true. That he wanted to show, like, listen, I was there. I've been there. I've seen it myself. I've seen it firsthand. And I'm going to show y'all that this was her.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Not that she wasn't a loving person, but she be on demon time. She was a crash out. Like, and it is like people are, they can't grasp that. So then they synced it and it made it even worse. It was like, oh, so then you know what it did? It showed that the family be on demon time.
Mm.
That the family okayed the behavior.
Or did.
Yeah.
So then
Well, you know what I
that's why.
thought about? You know what I thought about with her mom? With her emotion. Any mom's gonna be tore up, right? There ain't no way around it. But I think when I can
But
only
see,
imagine how many
Carlos
times her
Cartoon,
mom has
they come
probably
over
told her though,
here.
you better stop before somebody get hurt. Like just saying that you better stop before somebody get hurt, Because as moms, that's what we do. And
It was
then
sad. I didn't mean to cut you off. I
no,
just
you're
thought about
fine. It's
something.
dialogue. I'm not offended.
So, in the video or one of the interviews with the mother said that they triggered Romika. And I couldn't grasp that as a mother. I'm a mother. I have a 28-year-old, 27-year-old. When she said they triggered Romika, I was saying to myself about my daughters. So
What's the triggering?
would that give my kids a right to put their hands on somebody else? What would I say
No.
to my daughters if they felt triggered? You know what I'm saying? So she was triggered that day. How, so then I wanted to jump through the interview and I couldn't, and ask the mother, like, what was said or done that made her jump out her car that day, or get out her car, or cutely walk out her car that day and approach them? What triggered
Well,
her?
Mika definitely cussed out her mama before. Tam, I definitely heard that before. I heard her on the phone cussing her ass out before.
Hmm.
I
Listen,
believe that wholeheartedly.
I wouldn't put it.
Yeah,
Look, I wouldn't put it
Romika
past.
was the motherfucker.
Listen,
I told you I don't tell Romika alone. Oh, my bad.
no, I was just saying, what kind of, and you've been saying that from day one. But what kind of person, like, I wish I could call my aunt and tell my aunt, you better get your child, before I put your child on the news. Or even if it was my aunt, my cousin's mother, and my uncle was the father, my uncle would have probably called me and been like, excuse my language, but bitch, who the fuck you think you talking to?
Oh God.
That's my child. Like, is you crazy? Is you cool? Now
God,
I
see
can
if you
talk
talking like
to,
that.
but you ain't gonna do nothing to my child. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be calling people and texting people and telling people you about to body their child.
Right.
Like,
Basically, Romika got the
is you
whole family
crazy?
scared too.
Nah. So the whole family dynamics, it sound crazy to me, because I couldn't dare call one of my aunts or uncles or
And
and,
then
and
it's so
tell them no
crazy.
foolishness like that.
Romika brother got a restraining order against him too, because he be beating women and shit. And it's active. Some
So,
lady named Rebecca
damn.
Wynn, a white lady named Rebecca Wynn, she inboxed me and told me all about it. I posted that too.
Quite, if you don't quit giving people name out.
She posted it. Yeah, she gave her own name out.
Oh,
Yeah.
this I was gonna say,
But
Lord
you
a
gotta look, we
month.
gotta be honest though. Like instead of keep like that's why they keep saying like why everybody else won't come out with their restraining orders and stuff like that. If everybody just speak is, you know what I'm saying, like just stop being scared. Then the family can't do nothing to everybody. They can't do nothing to everybody now.
Yeah, but at the same time, Quadre, the police can't get there fast enough, man.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't physical. They don't, they don't know. Some people don't know how to defend themselves. So they're like, I got a lot going on. I got a lot invested. I don't want to hurt nobody. So it's okay. So what we got to do as content creators is we got to protect them as well. We can't just be blatantly putting them out there too, because the news don't do it. We shouldn't do it too. And if they had an order of protection, maybe their address and their name is redacted. So we gotta redact their name and their identity too, and keep them safe, because we don't know what extreme these people will go to. Witnesses die.
Yeah.
They die.
Yeah. Yeah, they
They
do.
die in protective custody. They die.
Yeah.
That's really real. They do. But we just gotta be. I don't know if you were in here, real T, when I was speaking earlier, um, about having a moral code, as a blogger, a
No, I
reporter,
did. I wouldn't. Let me talk.
any of that. And I was referencing, I went back from the 1600s with the Blair Witch, trial. Those three women, they just commuted them. They sent it, they did the paperwork for their sentence to be commuted from the 1600s, when somebody admitted that they had just mad about something. So, but then you fast forward and you're in the same city as Chicago, for y'all shot towns down there. Use this case with Miss Clarissa Hood, the lady who they had unalived a guy, that Jeremy guy who was beating her in the face, and her son came inside and did the 1, 2, 3,
Mm-hmm.
and she went to jail. Somebody finally released the video and they let her out. Y'all familiar with that case? If y'all weren't in here
Mm-hmm.
before,
Yeah, I
she did an
followed that one.
interview and she said that she did not know what had happened if that video wasn't finally released. But she later found out that the store had the actual footage, but it wasn't what the police put out, because the news had already
Mm.
said something else. Y'all know what I'm
That's
talking about?
why. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
shit. I don't know what the fuck
Yeah.
happened to me by putting the video out. I don't know who it came from. So after the police got it, I'm gonna let they ass put it out first before I put that shit
So
out.
the lady name is Clarissa Hood, and they had to drop all charges. She then turned around and she filed lawsuits. She dropped the lawsuits, but she won't speak on the case anymore. So you know what that means, right? Them NDAs are definitely in effect for that money. But yeah, it was just imagine. It's just, God, yeah, we just got to be careful with our recklessness. We just got to be careful. Crystal that said, "Wow, a lot of this I
I have a
never heard before. I'm here for the truth." There was a very strong debate here, either way, and that's what I'm saying, y'all. We just gotta listen. And let me tell you something.
I'm
And this
raising
is
my
not
hand. I got
no.
my hand
Oh,
up.
go ahead, baby. I'm sorry. This
It's
is
all
your
right. I
family.
got my hand. No, Q, who is that big man Keys? Is that Keys or no?
Man, that's Key's not page. That's Key's backup page. His ass be messaging me shit off that page, acting like he ain't Key,
So
but
that's
he
him.
really is.
Oh,
That's him.
is it
It's
really
him.
him?
That's him. He just trying to act like it ain't him because I was calling him out. You remember I exposed him. Remember when I first exposed him? He told me to come back on his show
Uh-huh.
and say it wasn't him. That's why I said that. When I got back on the show, I'm like, it wasn't him. I lied. We'll do the woo. But that really is him because he still be sending me stuff. Even when I was on his live the other day, he was inboxing me more stuff while I was on live, but I wasn't reading that shit. I just saw that it was coming to my phone. So I'm like, why the fuck is he sending me messages? But I noticed in the video that he picked up his phone also. So y'all will see that. Like, y'all know I ain't lying. So he's sending me messages off his alias page.
Well, it got to be something, because he definitely privated those lives, and he's finding a way to bring attention to it.
Yeah. Then you saw
That's
right,
your
then you
slick.
saw me.
It's
Then you
called the
saw me
slick
post that.
slide.
That he said that he deleted all his lives. He really did do that. He deleted all his lives
Well, they're
from
probably not
the
deleted it. You can
previous.
private them. You can private them and bring
I've
them
been
back up
going
when you
back.
want to.
Right.
I've been going back and forth with him
It
on the
don't. It look
post,
like
and
he put some on
trust
the
me, it's
members
him.
only.
It's the way it's how he talk. He talk a certain way. Keys strong against the world, whatever he say. You know, he it's his dialect. And if it went to court, a person, a specialist could decipher who it really is by the way
Right.
they spell and talk and letters they use and words they use. It's crazy though.
Right.
So,
Even if that ain't him, that's his
Like his channel.
person.
so on
That's
this
probably one of
page,
his moderators.
so on this, so on this page, he is for Team Holly.
Yeah, Team Holly.
Yeah. On that page,
But
that's
on
what I'm saying.
YouTube,
So
PT
look, so right there, that right there proves that is him too. Because look, go back to his old videos. 1 minute he'd be on Holly's side, and 1 minute he'd be on Romika's side.
Yep.
So that's his
He done
alias page
flipped them
right
like
there. He
50
proving that
times.
he proving that he on both sides. He just on Romika's side for the views to keep them there, and he really telling the real
They
truth on
tore
the
his
inside.
ass up that night.
And sending me stuff. And
They,
sending me stuff to expose at the same time.
So he could sleep at
they
night.
lit him a new asshole that day. He said Holly gonna walk free. He read their report. They lit his butt up that night, honey. He been walking straight with them ever since.
And I want to tell you too, so like what the family gave Keys, and it's the only way that he could have gotten that was from the family, because autopsies are not public information. So you have to
Right.
be a kin of the family, and I call the examiner's office. You have to be a kin to the person, and also I worked in the coroner's office and in the examiner's office. They will not release that to the general public, right? And all they got was one page,
Hey, come on with
and
the facts. Come on with it.
it basically tells where the person got injured, and with the police statement, um and it gives the date of birth, the name, the cause, what happened at the scene, or whatever the case may be. Now, the toxicology report is a whole separate report, and the forensic report is a whole separate report. So the forensic report shows, did the bullet hit another organ, how did it exit the body? um it'll say like, where did the other bullets land, if other bullets was discharged from the gun, what angle, how many degrees it was from the injury, was the person's arm up, was the person's arm down. That is the final report, and the family can only get the final report when the cause of death is stated, and that's when they get, for the death certificate. So until they get the original death certificate, that means that the final report has not been out. It is not completed. So that is one of the things that they're waiting for. They're waiting for the cause of death. Not how she died, but what caused it. Did the bullet hit an artery and it blew up
Look,
the
look,
femur?
he
They
just
call
DM
it
me.
the
The big
trajectory
man
report.
Keith say just DM
Yes.
me. He say, damn, y'all going in on me. That's what he just DM me. I just got that message. As soon as y'all just started saying his name, he
Nobody
just
going
sent me
in
that.
on him. That's what you gotta quit saying. You just gotta be honest with what you have. Play the cards that was dealt to you. Listen, if Holly is indeed guilty, then she gonna be guilty. Let her be guilty. Don't add the shit sauce onto it. That's all I'm
Right.
like. Just let her be guilty. You ain't gotta do all that. That's what I'm talking
So
about. Forced justice. Like you can't force
You ain't got to lie
justice.
on him talking about OnlyFans and all that crazy shit.
right. And
Yeah,
so
and then
that preliminary autopsy, he shouldn't have even released that. He shouldn't even release that, because now the final autopsy gonna come out, and the cause of death is gonna come out, and then it's gonna be a justifiable homicide. Like it's terrible.
He was
yeah,
Team
you
Holly
you
from the beginning. Eli
you
Lisa
setting up.
got into it with him, and he called her a crackhead, and then they kissed and made up whole time. Yeah, that's because
Mhm.
they threatened him. Chantel, they literally threatened him after he did that. Said he was like the auntie fucking Los and all that crazy shit. When he said all of that, the auntie got on his ass, and we was on his live, and ever since then
Well,
that day, he has switched his narrative up.
But since he listened, I ain't
I
picking at
think
you,
he was
Keys.
paid.
But it was so funny to me because I kept hearing you talk about how I got my CCL. I got my CCL. Oh Lord Jesus! And when Wu and David and them was up there that day, and Wu say, "Dang, it's sad that I know everybody by name." But Wu say, "Really, let's be honest. Ain't nobody really got no business with no goods." And he said, "I got my CCN. Lord, I was no good. Jesus help me. Whew, I was no good." I said, "Listen at him. I was
See,
so
like
tickled,
him, he
but
got a CCL. What do you think you gonna do? What you got your CCL for? You ain't got your CCL to scare nobody. You gonna clap their ass, they get out of
No,
line.
you know what's crazy? I was watching a live or something, and somebody was like, he's a security guard for the Salvation Army. But I was saying to myself, you talk about you work in the church, but yeah, you do all kind of booty watching and 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 nuts on somebody's neck. I said, yo, what type of church he working, man?
Right.
I don't understand.
Show said that shit. That's crazy work right there.
Type of booty, like you stay talking about somebody booty and nobody got no ass and this, that, and the third, but you talking about you work in the church. But see, people, they think that they post a private business on or whatever on social media and you can't find it. But you see, we have things that we can clear out where you call yourself blacking out, right? We can clear it out and we can see details, right? So we got his full address, or if it's the mama address, like we do this work over here, man.
oh
Like,
Lord, you dangerous child.
yeah. So stop posting your IDs and your personal and your license plate and your
Hey,
personal
right. She said
information
she
on
Well, I
on
tell you what, Miss Real T, he fighting with the right one, baby.
the
He
nerd.
fighting with the
Look,
right one, baby. She gonna break him in real good on this internet, cause Amore gonna get him now.
Yeah,
and
she
I
told
love
him up.
that.
She told him up last night. He couldn't leave. We was on that joint all night last night. He said, she told
I
He was
him
told
up.
running
him, I
from
said,
the.
well, baby, you ain't got to bite that dog. Woo!
She ain't even have to
He
talk about him though. She ain't even have to talk about him. She just killed him with all debunking everything he said and pulling up everything. She really smoked him yesterday though.
Nah, but he
Listen,
called
the
her by
alias
name and
page was on
he
there.
called her bees and all that. And me and that lady don't get along, but I saw what he did. And I was like, oh
Right.
Lord,
Now this
oh
is the
Lord.
man, right? The man of God. He talking about bit. Oh Lord.
Mm.
He called up Gary Coleman.
I'm
I
gonna let
was
Amber
dead.
finish running
And you
her
know
panel,
how
and I'm
how
gonna
we
get down. But
how,
one thing, y'all, before I get down, because I gotta go. I came up today to answer some of the questions that did not make sense to people, because when I was in the working field before I do what I do now, I worked for OnStar, and I was a 911 dispatch, and Amber kept telling me forever, well, tell them what it is. So I said, Lord, I ain't fighting with them dang on people. But now that they have the actual other stuff, I said I can kind of let them know. And when you call 911, you can give them your exact address. You can give them a landmark. You can give them anything. That's why Q was able to play one video that showed him saying one address, and then they had another video with him saying a different address. And if y'all watch my video, I was talking about sound bites, because what they do is take little
yes.
sound bites out of stuff and play it, because the dispatcher going to ask you when you give them your address, they're going to secondly ask you to spell the address that you gave them, and then they're going to
Right.
ask you to repeat it again, and then the third time they're going to ask you what is your nearest cross intersection or cross street. That's what they're gonna ask you, and
Mm-hmm.
we call it Pro QA. So when you call 911, you're upset. You have an emergency, and it seems like they just asking you the dumbest things in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, they're not. We work in teams. I still have my certifications for that. I wear badges on my shirt just like EMT do, and they're gonna ask you for the next closest intersection because they're closing in the grid. They can type one name in, one letter in wrong. It could be east or west that send them in a complete wrong direction when they got somewhere they need to be going. So
Right.
that's why that is done. That's why that is done. And it was another thing that I answered, but yeah, Jesus Christ.
I
And,
just want to ask you a question, Miss White.
mm-hmm,
So, I requested the 911 calls and transcripts, right? And because
mm-hmm,
that's public information. Um, one of the things that was interesting when I was doing my research on that was that when you have like the information, like the name, the scene, the you have like details, and they ask you like for brief details of it. So they going to put all those calls and transcripts in one
mm-hmm,
um
mm-hmm,
package
mm-hmm.
and send it out. So I'm wondering, do they send or do they send just the transcript, being that you worked for as a
Sorry, y'all. I'm
You
911?
have
letting
to
StreamYard.
you can request either or. They'll ask you, do you just want the transcript or do you want the extra recordings? And you're gonna have to pay, like, to put it on a disc or a drive or
Right.
um
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
But yeah, and y'all do, we know this is not gonna be the last death in the world. We know this is not gonna be the last person we gotta support. We just need to be use our moral compass a little better, our decision skills a little better. Um, if you sit down and you're on the phone or whatever you're on right now, you can do it right now. This is not the only case that this has happened. People lose their life in love triangles with all three people there at the same time more often than you care to know. It happens more often than you care to know. It may be the first one that you hear of, like, that seems just like this situation, but you take all the extra added on layers that has been put on this,
Mm-hmm.
and it happens so much more often than you know, and it don't make it right. And Ramika um was a very beautiful lady. She was a very beautiful girl. But I get a little upset when I hear people say, bless her soul, she was so pretty. Oh, she was so pretty. Why do they have to do that? Yeah, we gotta give the not so cute girls the same kind of justice. They don't get the same attention, and that's not fair.
Right, that's bogus.
Yeah, that's not fair at all. But um, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, pretty
Oh,
girls act crazy too.
they do her taboo. I got a couple of crazy daughters. I got 4 girls, 4 boys. They all crazy. But no, I'm just
Me
kidding. But
too.
I asked everybody to look up perception bias. Amber, you never put it on the screen, but I wanted them to look up perception biasness, and it's how our emotions affect what come out of our mouth. It affects our recollection. And it don't mean you're lying either,
Mm-hmm.
not intentionally, because our brain has 12 different ways that it process, receive, and send. And that
True.
child was just as traumatized as anybody else out there by witnessing what she witnessed. But we cannot leave out the fact that she didn't see what the before was that put it to what she saw.
Yeah.
Miss White, can you inbox me that? I'm gonna look that up.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I love to bring it in the
You
mind.
know what?
Me too.
Y'all know what's killing me is now that Holly is beginning to have a team behind her, the people that have been behind Ramika all this time, like different content creators or bloggers on Facebook and YouTube, they like, we've been here since day one. Now all these new people coming and but they don't know who been there since day one. They don't know who been in the bushes, who been watching, who been doing this, who been studying
Yeah.
it, and just ready to come out and talk about it because they know that what they're saying is based off of emotions, and we gotta
And they're
have
not gonna
somebody with
get too
some
much
goddamn
backlash.
sense.
They damn
Yeah.
sure don't, and we don't fight over information over here.
And
We
and
share
listen, just because I hadn't spoke on it, don't mean I don't know.
because Because
Please
if you're
believe.
getting paid or you're getting they ain't getting paid or whatever the case may be, I'm an information junkie. I like to share it, and that's what I
Double
like to
Jim,
do.
you are
Me
correct.
too.
You are,
Me
that is
too.
a
My
big
brain is
fact.
so analytical that it makes me sick. Like, um, yeah, I mean, I know. Like, whenever he made that reel he did in that Halloween costume, I already knew who it was. They were still trying to figure it out. That's how in depth. Man, I know. I know. Trust me. I probably know more than I wanted to know because I got to, but I kept it on the back end. I did not want to talk about this. I have a platform. I said, I ain't going on my platform this. And I don't want, so, but
And I want to
hopefully
say
that,
a lot of them have two YouTube pages, and you know, a lot of them, some of y'all be talking to the same people and don't even
mm-hmm,
know it's the same people.
mm-hmm. Because we have it in this sector. And they have
Mhm.
backup pages. They have a page that they do their business on, and they got one that they troll and cut up on, baby.
But
Mm-hmm.
when they went
So
on
do.
Key's platform, you now can put them together. Like you can put them, they go on one platform under one name, and then they go on another platform under another name.
But
Yeah,
a
so
lot
they
of
And
that
want.
too is YouTube has been putting both names up. So you have a hashtag name and then you have your name and your handle, and for whatever reason
Mhm.
the past month or so YouTube has been switching up which one they decide to put up.
exposing the people.
Mm.
Yup. And also when you going into these chats, it'll ask you which one you want to go under, depending if you I think you go on Chrome or you go on Google. I can't remember which one. But
That's when
that's
you
why
coming on StreamYard. That happens
that's
when
why
you come on StreamYard.
I didn't get on right away because I was like, hold on, this shit got my whole everything in here. Let me before I get on somebody platform.
Hmm. Yeah,
You just said it.
I have a younger cousin. She has a doctorate in psychology, and I'm gonna reach out to her and see if, because they act like my little certificate don't hold no weight, but I got experience to go along with that. She's younger than me. She got the paperwork, but I'm gonna reach out to her and see if she'll join my panel, so she can kind of explain uh, from a
April 2025,
professional
you funny.
level what I'm speaking on, why things are said a certain way and how they come out. And it's not
Hmm.
about trying to discredit anyone. It's just if I see a hole, I know water gonna go in it. That's all it is for me. I'm not gonna sit there and act like my water not gonna fall in that hole because it's there. You got to make things make sense.
Right.
April 2025. I don't think that she was messing with him, but I think because Los is so resourceful and he about his money, he about his bag, and a lot of people eat off of him, with his information and things that he do, business ventures or whatever. I think that, he took he helped a lot of people eat. And so I think he had a good relationship with her. And sometimes when you're having conversations with people, you expose information that you don't even know you exposing because you just
Yep.
talking.
Yep. So you got to be real careful with what you're
It's,
doing and what you're saying and what you posting out, because everybody was wanting me to post some video. Some video might. There's one video I know is real crazy, but it incriminates somebody else. So that's another reason why I'm not trying to put it out, because I'm not trying to incriminate nobody or talk about nobody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to put out the right shit. I ain't really got to put
yeah.
out nothing else. If they don't say nothing else about Los here, but you can't, them groups, they going to keep on doing it every day and all this and that. So we're going to keep posting every day. This is what we're going to do.
Especially when you angry and you start jaw japping. Good God Almighty! You're like, oh God, I shouldn't have said that. Why did I say that? Oh gosh! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! What I'm gonna do? So yeah, and I don't know how many people is in Amber Bushes, but y'all bad to Am. I don't even want to say it because y'all already know me and Amber's relationship. Y'all bad to Am, and I'm just gonna say it. I have seen Amora attack some of y'all up, down, and sideways, expose y'all and everything else. Pull your mama, your brother, your cousin, everybody else up. And Emma stood in the paint for y'all. Stood 10 toes down for y'all. And y'all do this over an opinion for somebody you don't even know. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Cause one thing for certain, two things for sure. For more get on you now, boy, you ain't got no backup. Cause that thing will go up against anybody. I don't know what they're gonna do.
My name is Bennett and I ain't in it.
Yeah, cause Keys
And they
caught her when
already
she didn't
know
calm
how
down.
well
We had to work hard to get Am to calm down, baby. Keys got the new and improved Am. He got the new and improved. So I don't know what they gonna do. Yeah, my household, like we have been to visit Amber a number of times. We met in person a few times. My kids and my grandkids, they named her what is it called? The equalizer. That's what it's called. I said the enforcer first, but they call her the equalizer. My kids call her the equalizer because she don't like to see people being done wrong, and she has put her neck on the line so many times, even when she should not have. And y'all need to pray about that thing. Y'all need to pray about that thing. And Amber ain't gonna never tell y'all, but I'ma say it, and she can get mad at me if she want to. Y'all hurt her. She is hurt, and it ain't about no clicks and views. She is hurt over and over and over again.
Because I took a major hit. So it ain't about no clicks and views on their end or about them getting the clicks and views. I could care less about that.
She felt like some of these people that she could just open her mouth and say, I love them. She was not interested in this case at all. Only I was. And she only went live that very first time. We were on a call. We were all talking about the case. And they was like, oh, Keys going live. And they were like, what are you talking about today? And it was just like in a good laughing gesture. You know, we were just talking. And I was like, oh, Lord, the same stuff. He don't know what he wants. Because she said, who's out here? I don't know. I said, I don't know whose side he on, child. He all over the place. So that brought it to her attention. She started watching and she didn't like what she saw. It had nothing to do with Holly or Ramika. Y'all started attacking her. And she's like, y'all know what she gonna do? Y'all know what she gonna do when she attack y'all. Tristan, that's why I stay in my lane. Yeah, y'all know what she gonna do.
Hey, True Slayer.
She changing, but she still am.
I am.
And what do hurt people do? What do hurt people do? They lash out. They lash out, and I'm talking to her every day. Come on, you ain't gonna do that. We good. She put that post up with those ass. Oh Lord Jesus, help me, Jesus Christ. Oh Lord, not today. Oh God, Lord, we ain't gonna do this. But when we know better, we do better too, guys. If y'all don't ever want to fuck with this right ever again, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Y'all know I'm cool with it. Don't do Amber like that. But at the same time, Amber, you teach people how to treat you. I probably wouldn't want to fuck with them no more. Because if they thought that less of you for somebody they don't know and ain't never fuck with, God made them goddamn them at the same time.
Yeah. Yep.
But that's your choice. I don't make decisions for her. I don't tell her who to talk to, who not to talk to. I don't give a no. I don't say shit. But
what's up, Miss J. Jones? Y'all, I'm gonna have to get off here because I got to go to my nephew baby shower. I love you too, Real T. It's almost time. It's almost time for me to go to his baby shower.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop down. I gotta handle some business real quick too.
All right, you be good out here in these streets.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
You out there. These YouTube streets crazy.
Don't nobody beat you up now.
Man, ain't nobody touch. Ain't nobody touch me.
Nice to sing.
What you said, Q? Oh, he dropped down. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.